And a drug that is becoming more and more well-known, Ozempic, trending on social media again, but not for a reason the company really wants. The type 2 diabetes drug boosted in popularity last summer, helping thousands of people lose weight. So rather than being used for a medical condition, it was being used for weight loss. Side effects have included upset stomach, heartburn, nausea, constipation, like a lot of drugs on the market. Why are you laughing, Mitch?
I'm laughing because it sounds like a Pepto-Bismol commercial.
Kind of. But now some taking the drug are turning to social media saying they're not just losing weight, they're losing their hair. Let's bring in NewsNation medical analyst Dr. Dave Montgomery. Dr. Dave, it's good to see you. Hair loss is not listed as a side effect on the side of that box. So is it possible that this has something to do with diet or other factors related to someone trying desperately to lose weight, or could the drug be to blame?
Spot on again, Adrienne. Good morning to you. So I want to make that distinction because, to your point, on social media, we're not seeing this. It is not the drugs that are commonly used right now, Ozempic and Wegovy. It is the rapid weight loss that has long been associated with a loss of hair. Even before we've seen these drugs, we've seen weight loss surgery do it. Rapid weight loss is associated with something, we have a fancy word, telogen effluvium. And that just means you've got this temporary loss of hair. What the researchers think, to your point, is that this is a nutritional deficiency, particularly high quality protein and things like zinc and phosphorus and some of the vitamins, not the medicines themselves.
That is such a good distinction to make, because I remember years ago there was this study that came out about people who went vegan and how young men in their 20s and 30s were experiencing more hair loss because they were changing their diet to a vegan diet. And really,
that's right.
Vast changes. When you make stark changes to your eating and what you put in your body, things can happen that you don't expect, like losing your hair. But there was a hair loss recorded in patients receiving a similar drug, Mounjaro, I hope I'm saying that right.
Mounjaro, yeah, sure.
Yeah, is that something too that we should remember, in terms of extreme weight loss or quick weight loss and diet, not just necessarily the drug itself?
Yeah, no, in any sort of mechanism by which you would rapidly lose weight, or these things are really effective, right? In a 1-year period, the trial showed that people could lose up to 30 pounds, 15% of their starting body weight. So it is highly effective, and people that we treat with it all the time are successful. And what we know is that we've got to be telling those patients, when you use any mechanism for weight loss, you've got to be clear about high-quality nutritional replacements, proteins, other fats, as well as nutrients like your B vitamins. If you are not seeing a doctor that will help you navigate through those things, first of all, you should see a doctor before you start them, just because there could be some things that predispose you to some of the really gruesome side effects of these medicines. But you want a doctor to help guide you through which nutritional replacements you should be focused on individually. One size doesn't fit all. We say that all the time.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, eat your proteins and get your vitamin B shots, and your hair should possibly grow back. But talk to a doctor to be sure. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.